The whole point is digital marketing is very hard to do. And often you will see that people are failing at digital marketing. Sometimes your team members are failing. Sometimes your agencies are failing. There is too much expectation from digital marketing people. And they have to look at 100 things and figure out which one is the right thing to do. And that's my passion. That's what exactly we want to do, is help people in scaling up their digital marketing, whether you are an agency. Can I just see how many of you are running an agency which is helping clients for either business consulting or marketing agencies? Wow. And how many of you are SMEs or working with SMEs? Wow. So this presentation will help you a lot to understand. One is, we all understand that the digital is very powerful, but how do we use it? What are the areas where we miss out on the power of digital? And this will just give you a hint. And after that, I'm also taking a workshop. And unfortunately, the sheet was not there. So the sheet is back now. If you want to sign it up, you can sign it up. All right. Whether you get 7x or 7.7x is up to you. Whether you get 0.7x, that's again, as Lara said, as a lot of people said, that it's a lot of hard work. But if you structure it, probably you can get even more than that. That's just a number. And digital is, without doubt, one of the best blessings SMEs can have. And if you see the statistics, around 5.5 million, 99% businesses falls under SME category, whereas 96% will be micro businesses. And for them, there is no other option than to use digital, because digital offers you the niche opportunities where you can reach out to your exact target segment. So do not miss the opportunity or the power of digital. And that's exactly why I will share some of the ideas. And if you see the reason why a startup or a business fails, I can say 50% of all of this, either selecting the wrong product or selecting the wrong market, attributes to wrong marketing. It's just not promotion, but wrong marketing, okay? And that's why it's important to understand how to do the marketing right, or how to get your marketing right. And this is, I have dedicated my professional life to scale this up, running a 750 people company or doing work with a large number of customers. You can't run yourself. You'll have to run processes, and processes will run people. But how do you think? How does the idea come to you? All of those things you can put into a paper, and you can streamline it. That is exactly what we are trying to do around this. And as Chris was mentioning, so SHU means reciprocity. When I was creating the company, and before starting this company, I was working in products. And while working in products, you were doing marketing completely different. And then I joined an agency was doing marketing completely different. And that's when I started off, I was writing a proposal, and I was searching for this sentence which said, do to others as you would have done for yourself. And I saw that that same sentence is written in 22 religion. And Confucius put that into one word, saying SHU, reciprocity, that defines life. And since we are going to be in technology throughout our life, so we combine tech and SHU together, and we created TechShu. And one of the criteria of creating a company was there should not be any mention in Google for that particular word. And when we started off, there was only 3 mention of that word, and now we have over 60,000 plus mention of that word in Google. And that's kind of easy for us to monitor whether someone is talking about us or when someone is adding some value to us. And that's what SHU means. And from a mission perspective, this is very clear to me. There are good intention people, the people with good intention, business leaders, often they struggle to make their company successful. And I believe the society will be a much better place if people with good intention can scale up their businesses, okay? And this is the philosophy. People with good intention should not struggle for digital know-how. And that's where we help them with training, we help them with knowledge. And people with good intention and good business model should not struggle for digital support or digital marketing support. If your business model is not right, no matter who comes in, digital marketing people puts lights on your business, but they can't make you good or ugly unless your business model is corrected. And business model correction in itself is a large work. So wherever business model is not right, we respect all entrepreneurs, irrespective of their business model. We help them understand to improvise it, but wherever we require support, we give them the support as well. And this is one statement that you need to look at it, is when I said digital marketing is hard, it's really hard. The reason is you can do a lot of things. But does that make sense to you? Where do you start? Where do you end? And this is what Elon Musk has put it very nicely, that when we look at knowledge, we don't look at knowledge as a semantic tree. If you can look at knowledge as a semantic tree, and if you close your eyes and you can't see your subject, that means you don't know your subject. If you close your eyes and you can't see your business, you don't know your business. And that is why a semantic structure allows you to look at the things. And this is what exactly we have done in terms of digital marketing, is creating a digital structure or a semantic structure so that you can view everything in one shot. And I have one-page strategy, and this is my strength. I can look at any business and spend 30 minutes and give you a digital marketing strategy, not because I'm brilliant or my brain works extraordinary, but what it does is I follow a structure. It helps me to get logical conclusion rather than looking at a magical solution, okay? And logical solution sometimes is far better than the magical solution because you can be much more consistent in that. All right, and this is exactly what we do with 750 people. We train. This is Digital Marketing University, which will be open to global acceptance, which will be in another 3 to 4 months. We have started launching that in India, and we do marketing as well as we do MarTech related, any kind of a solution. And you can build your own team, you can get your services, whatever is required, and our goal is to give you as much scale as possible. All right, let me go. And I certainly dream big, so we have also looked at digital marketing alphabets, the way you have Google alphabets. We thought one day we'll be able to own every single alphabet in digital marketing, whether it's audit, whether it's business consulting, whether it's university, so that we can help more and more people. And as everybody said, it's a global world. Anyone can help, and anyone can get help from anywhere. All right, I'll be keeping those pointers a little more straight to the point that you can get real benefit out of it. Let me go to the first one. And it's boring because the core activities in digital sometimes takes a lot of time, but it does not give you the kick that I've done something great. But these are essential hygiene aspect of businesses as well. Let me go through it. This is the first structure that you should look at it. When you're budgeting for your digital marketing or marketing, often what people do is people don't allocate the budget for the whole funnel. They allocate most of their budget for awareness, and they miss out on the complete funnel. And you bring people, but they don't go throughout the funnel, and you don't get your top line or your bottom line met. So it is important for you to allocate your budget throughout the funnel. And there are businesses which only requires 20% of their investment in awareness, and rest of the investment can go into nurturing the people rather than actually going out to more people. And as startups, as SMEs, I've seen a lot of people investing a lot of money on just creating awareness, but not investing enough in the rest of the funnel. So funnel optimization and funnel budgeting is very, very important for you at different phases of your life, okay? And this is, again, a statement that I love a lot, is when you start something and you're not able to build it, it is very, very difficult for you to keep motivating. And if you have not budgeted completely throughout your funnel, you will have mismatches with your numbers. All right. The secret is, when you're fixing this funnel, don't start from awareness to the end. Start fixing it from the other end. That means if your business has a lot of dependency on repeat purchases, we call it lifetime value of a customer, and if you are expecting that people are supposed to buy 4 times, 5 times from you, if that is not fixed, creating awareness will not give you that kind of a return that you are expecting. So fix from the right inside or the end part of the funnel rather than fixing it from the starting part of it. So why will people repeatedly purchase from you? Where will people purchase from you? What are the problems they have before considering you? What are the reasons they will show interest in your business? And then go for the easiest one, is to create the awareness with the right target audience. But normally we start from this part of the funnel where we create the awareness, then we keep on experimenting and keep on experimenting, and by then you had burned out a lot of money to get to the final round. So always fix the funnel from the backside and then do experimentation and see where you stand with respect to that. This always gives you better returns. And I put 2 and 3 points together, and that is the marketing fundamentals are more important in digital than ever before. If you are hiring people And if you are hiring digital people for digital marketing, think again. Hire people who understands marketing, who can learn digital. Learning digital is much easier than learning marketing fundamentals. And people who have been working in mainstream, people who understand positioning, messaging, they will be much more fruitful or effective in digital marketing activities, okay? And this is much more essential. I keep reading Philip Kotler, and it gives you new insights every time you read, and that's more essential right now. And this is one statement which I really love, which says that if people who talk about that I'm a digital agency, that was good in 2010 or so, but now every agency will be digital agency, every person is digital agency, but are you a marketing agency? We put it ourselves like we are a solution company first, we are a marketing company second, and we are a digital marketing company third. And we don't want to just focus on digital as a channel, but as a solution part of it. And this is essential, so don't get too much carried away by the glitters of an Instagram new feature or a Twitter new feature. All of those things are important, but more important is what is the purpose that you have and how are you going to achieve that purpose using that particular channel. All right. And the other thing is digital is a bit different than the traditional. The reason is people interact with you more often than what they used to do in the past. So it is also important that you don't only talk about your USPs, but also come out as a company. As all the speakers have spoken about purpose, people will like to know who are the people running the business. People will like to know what is your vision, why you are doing what you are doing. All of those things are also as important as your USP, okay? And this is where the trust is built. So previously in marketing, trust was built on the basis of competency, but today the trust will also be built not only on competency, but also on the character of the company. So is your website, is your messaging reflecting the character of your business? If not, then you're not using the digital the right way. And if you look at it, you know, people say that logo should not be changed, etc. But look at it, how many times are we interacting with the logo of Google? It's not once in a month. We are talking, or we are interacting with the logo every day, maybe 30 times, 40 times. When the changes are happening in terms of user behavior, it's okay to change some of the philosophies, but the principles will remain the same, that you need consistency, but that does not mean you follow. And this is one thing that I've seen with a lot of SMEs, especially the entrepreneurs. They say, oh, this is my brand guideline. I am not going to deviate from my brand guideline, okay? So I put this, there will be a statement saying that this brand or this startup followed the brand guideline, okay? But probably they will not survive the difficult times. And if you say this is a statement that Guy Kawasaki has put in, that he learned from Apple and Steve Jobs. They said we don't believe in we don't believe in religion. Sometimes we are closed, sometimes we are open. But if it is working, that's the only religion that we follow. So don't follow religion. Go after spirituality. The purpose is more important than the rules in itself. Like it said that Sabbath is for people, not people for Sabbath. Always remember, brand guideline is for business, not business for brand guideline. Okay. So focus more on your purpose, and you will get better returns out of it. All right. And this is a little more essential in today's communication. The reason is you are communicating more often. But when you are communicating, positioning is what is holding all your communication together. But if you're communicating different at different places, people will not get the right picture. So that's why I said the fundamentals of marketing is much more essential. If you are a business and if your positioning is not clear, if your messaging is not clear, work on that and then build more ads and advertorials around it rather than just going after this. All right, and also this is another important point. Let not your marketing define your positioning. Let your operation team be a part of your positioning. So if your marketing team is promising something and your operation team is not delivering it, that's as bad as it can be. Like in our company, when we started off, SEO was on the growth. Everybody said you should be an SEO company because you are very good in SEO. We said we want to be in digital marketing. So what we did is, even if a client has asked for a SEO proposal, our team never made a SEO proposal. Our team always made digital marketing proposal or SEO focused digital marketing proposal. If a client comes for SEO, we still give our team a 5 to 10 hours free so that we can suggest them for digital marketing. So we don't have a designation called SEO executive or SEO manager. We have digital marketing executive or digital marketing manager. In bracket, we write SEO. So everything that you do has to be focused around, so people will know that what you want to do. Otherwise, people will say you are an SEO company or a PPC company. If you are a digital marketing company, everything that you do should be aligned with that same message. It should not be deviating, even at the operation level. So people should know that what do you stand for. So that's important, that you don't neglect the operation team while coming up with the positioning. And channels is when you are working with agencies or when you're working with internal teams, you say that I want to do SEO or I want to do PPC or I want to do social media. That's not how you should be. You should not be jumping the steps. You should be going after digital segmentation, and trust me, digital segmentation is the easiest word to understand, and it's the most complex things to do. If you understand how to do segmentation right, you are one of the best marketing person to do it. And segmentation, that what was taught to us was only the profile-based segmentation, but not search-based segmentation or marketplace segmentation. There are many segmentation which are introduced only in digital. And I'll share some of the things. Like digital, you should look at digital as 4 markets: search markets, profile markets, contextual markets, and marketplaces. This is how you can divide the markets into different parts, and each of this has a different segmentation altogether. Each of this can have a different call to action. Each of this has a different behavior altogether. So you need to look at it, and you need to understand where is your market right, where you want to compete. Example is, if you are working on search engine, okay, or and just giving you an example is, impulse-based purchase is the most cheapest one to acquire. Research-based purchase is the second cheapest, or the middle one, and brand-based purchase is the most difficult one. So SMEs who focus a lot on brand building and thinking that the brand recall will help you to purchase, it's the most expensive route to take. You need to think about what is the simpler route or an impulsive route. Example is, if you are a digital marketing agency, selling a digital marketing agency is a lot to do with brand-based recall or a research-based recall, but selling a digital audit is more of an impulse. So you can use Facebook to sell digital audits, which can give you much better return than what you are doing otherwise with digital marketing selling. Okay, so that's one way of looking at it. And the secret is, as someone was saying that, I think with the board, instead of focusing towards the last part of the funnel where people are ready to buy, try to go a little upper in the funnel where people are deciding to buy or people are thinking about something. Acquire the customers there, that will be cheaper, and then nurture them, rather than fighting at the last funnel where there is a huge competition and there are many stupid guys who put advertisement on Google, where you will end up losing a lot of money and making Google more profitable rather than you making money out of it. So if you go a little up in the ladder, you will be able to see that there is easier way of acquiring the customer, and sometimes that acquisition can be 2 or 3 weeks away from the decision making. That will be the best acquisition that we can do at the most cost-effective way. All right, and thou should not forget about Amazon. Amazon is creating many millionaires, and of course 1 billionaire. Okay, and I have seen a lot of new people, new entrepreneurs coming in using Amazon effectively. We have been working with Amazon for last 3.5, 4 years. It is absolutely brilliant the way you can expand your business anywhere in the world using Amazon properly. And it is a different ball game altogether, but this is very effective. So if you have not started using Amazon as a strategy for yourself, start using Amazon as a strategy. And there are many ways that you can use Amazon as a strategy. Each channel, each TG will have a different messaging, and based on what people are looking at. Okay, as we say that nobody wants a drilling machine, everybody wants a 4-inch hole. So if you talk a lot about the features of it and etc., it may not work, but for that TG, what is the reason why they are buying? So digital has that advantage that you can keep your positioning single, but you can have multiple messages for multiple TGs. That will give you a different level of return altogether. And summarizing the whole presentation is, if you think it is easy to get all of those things together, it's not easy. Don't be harsh on the digital marketing people. They have to learn about digital, they have to learn about marketing, they have to learn about your business, they have to learn about technology. All of this takes more than a lifetime. So you need to support them with the right architectures, right team structure, right tools, right dashboarding, everything. Then only the results will be the most optimized result. This is how our small teams look like for us when we are working with clients. So we have almost 15 to 20 people working on one single project, adding their skill set together. And you need to get execution, you need to get reviews properly, and all of those things, that in itself is a learning, and that in itself can give you a different level of return. Okay? And the bonus from the point is, stop thinking about just creative campaigns, start thinking utility. Like the last presentation that we had, where you're talking about the coupons and the exchange cards. Even you can think about a utility where people can keep all their cards in one place, so that when they want to see, if they get a notification that my card is going to expire in another half a month or something, so they can just press a button saying that I want to sell it. So this can be a card holder, not only the card seller, but can also hold your card, which is more or less the same utility, but it will give you a different type of a business level altogether. So instead of promoting, you need to think about utility. Even your ad should add value. So that's the philosophy of today's digital marketing. I did not bring all the books that I could distribute last time. If you are interested, you can just drop me a mail at Digital Marketing University. I'll be happy to share all the structures that we have. The idea is more marketing people getting help, and more marketing people helping the businesses in the right way. And this is the philosophy that we believe. For an agency, it is okay to lose a client. But for that client, that business is everything. So it is not okay for a client to lose their business, even if an agency loses that particular client. So it's important that you get the structures right and you do well. And I wish all of you a very successful digital marketing, strategy making, and digital marketing or digital success in your business and in your agency. Thank you so much.